My boyfriend stole and hid my passport on the morning of my vacation. My boyfriend and I live together and we've been together for 2 years. We're both part of a big friend group from college. The rest of our friends are pretty successful and managed to achieve high-paying careers with their degrees. My boyfriend and I, on the other hand, are the least financially stable members of the group, as we earn significantly less than our friends. Sometimes this creates problems since they'll make expensive plans, and my boyfriend and I won't be able to participate because we simply can't afford it. My friends are really nice about our financial differences and sometimes offer to pay for us so we can join in on the plans. I feel like I am a little bit more sociable and therefore closer to everybody in our group than my boyfriend. Anyway, these are the circumstances that have led me to my current situation. My friend group started planning an overseas trip for this summer. As soon as they started planning it months ahead, I knew I wanted to come along despite the high price of traveling. So I started to pick up extra hours at my job and started saving up to be able to afford all the trip expenses. I lived pretty frugally for a couple of months and my boyfriend would laugh at me for constantly eating the same meals at home instead of eating out. I kept telling him that I was trying to save for this trip and he would tell me you won't be able to afford it anyway, so you might as well get DoorDash with me tonight. Despite what he kept saying, I knew I wanted to go on this trip. Sure enough, I saved enough money to be able to go. Fast forward to this week, my friends and I were scheduled to fly out this morning. I'm an organized traveler and I had all of my stuff packed days in advance, including my travel documents and my purse. Last night before I went to bed, I did a last-minute check to make sure I had everything I needed. My passport was with the rest of my documents in my purse. I was double-checking that I had everything in my purse when my boyfriend came out of our bedroom and yelled at me to stop obsessing over this trip and to just come to bed. I listened to him and did follow him back to bed, then I went straight to sleep to be rested for the next day. My boyfriend was still next to me, fiddling with his phone while I fell asleep. The problem arose this morning. I had called my Uber and I was all ready to meet my friends at the airport. That's when I decided to check that I had all my travel documents one last time. My stomach turned when I realized my passport wasn't in my bag. I'll be honest, I started to get worried right away as I knew it was in there just the night before. I went back into the bedroom and tried to shake my boyfriend awake to ask for help, but he just rolled over and told me to let him sleep. I canceled my Uber and I immediately started searching the entire apartment for my passport, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I gave up after searching for an hour when I realized that I would surely miss my flight due to the delay. I just broke down crying as my boyfriend kept sleeping in the other room. After I cried for a bit, I walked back into our bedroom and started cleaning up the mess I made while searching. That's when I picked up my boyfriend's sweatpants, which he had been wearing the day before, to toss them into the laundry. I couldn't believe my eyes when I went to empty his pockets and found my passport. I checked the clock, but it was too late. The plane had long since taken off and my friends were on their way to have a fun vacation without me. As soon as I found my passport, I wanted to rip the covers off my boyfriend and scream at him. But I was just so sad and exhausted at that point, I had no energy to fight. It didn't matter anyway, all my months of planning had already gone down the drain. I also felt like it was obvious why he had taken it. He simply didn't want me to go. I guess he must have been jealous that he hadn't saved the money for the trip and I was leaving him behind. I know I should confront him, but I just feel like he won. He got exactly what he wanted and there is no way to fix it. I have been looking forward to this trip for months and now I have to watch my friends have fun on social media while I'm stuck at home with my boyfriend who seems to be actively sabotaging me.